Hello and welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into a problem that quietly bleeds money from so many businesses, packaging procurement. We're going to talk about how you can go from total chaos to having complete control.
You know the feeling, right? That horrible sinking sensation when you get the call. An entire shipment of your product just turned away at the warehouse door. But why? Well, the problem usually starts way before that truck ever left your building. Or maybe it's this. Your product makes it all the way to the shelf. A customer is ready to buy, but the barcode just won't scan. That isn't just some little technical glitch. No, that's a lost sale. And you can bet the retailer is going to slap you with a penalty for it. Or how about this nightmare? You get the packaging back from the printer, and your signature brand color, it looks like a washed-out, sad imitation of itself. It just screams low quality and completely undermines all the hard work you've put into building your brand. And then, of course, there's the one that hits your bottom line the hardest. Your beautiful products, the things you've worked so hard on, arrive at their destination cracked, crushed, and broken, all because the box just wasn't up to the job. These things aren't just random acts of bad luck. They're not isolated incidents. They are all symptoms of the exact same root problem. You know, it's funny. You would think the most expensive problems would be these huge, complex structural failures. But the data shows it's actually the simple stuff. Things like unreadable barcodes and off-brand colors cause a ton of rejections and headaches, often even more than shipping damage. So here it is, the big takeaway. These failures, almost every single time, can be traced back to one single source: vague, incomplete, assumption-filled instructions that you gave to your supplier. In other words, it's a bad brief. But here's the good news. There is a way to prevent all of this chaos. It's a document you are probably already using, but maybe, just maybe, not to its full potential. Let's talk about the request for quotation, the RFQ. Now, a real RFQ isn't just a lazy email asking for a price. No way. It's a comprehensive blueprint. It details everything: the exact materials, the specific performance test it must pass, your expected volumes, all the commercial terms. It leaves absolutely nothing to chance. I absolutely love this quote because it forces the right mindset shift. You need to stop thinking of your RFQ as a shopping list and start thinking of it like a scientific test method. You define exactly what you're going to measure, how you're going to measure it, and what a passing grade looks like. Following this path turns sourcing from a gamble into a structured, predictable process. It all starts with building that bulletproof spec. Then you find suppliers who can actually meet it. Then you make them prove it. And finally, you lock it all down in a solid contract and you monitor their performance. Okay, let's get into the nitty-gritty. How do you actually write a spec that prevents all those failures we talked about? It really comes down to one thing: replacing vague wishes with verifiable standards. Let's start with those barcodes. Asking for a good quality barcode is, well, it's totally useless. What does good even mean? It's subjective. But specifying an international standard like ISO 15416 with a minimum grade, now that's a clear pass-fail test. And demanding the verification report is how you prove they actually did it. No wiggle room. It's the exact same thing with sustainability. Recyclable by itself is just marketing fluff. Recyclable where? According to whose rules? Instead, you cite a specific, regional guide like the one from the APR in North America, and you demand evidence. Now you've got a claim you can actually stand behind. And how do you define overall quality? Please don't just say minimal defects. Use a global standard like ISO 2859-1. This tells your supplier exactly how you're going to check their work, how many samples you're going to pull, and the maximum number of defects you'll tolerate. That's the AQL. It's all spelled out. No surprises. And remember, these rules are different depending on where you sell. What's considered recyclable in the EU under Recyclass might not be the same as in the UK with OPRL or the US with APR. A truly great RFQ specifies the right rules for the right market. You got to get this detail right. So, you've done the hard work.
You've written a fantastic, super detailed RFQ. Now what? How do you use it to pick the right partner and make sure that what you designed on paper is what actually shows up at your door? Well, that RFQ you wrote, it becomes your ultimate filter. When the quotes come back, you just look for these red flags. Are their quality certifications expired? Do they kind of dodge your request to commit to an AQL sampling plan? Are their sustainability claims really vague? These are all warning signs of a supplier who either can't or won't meet your standard. And does all this extra effort actually pay off? Oh, absolutely. Look at this number. A case study showed a company shipping glass products with a 2.3% damage rate. Not good. So they put specific ISTA 3A shipping test requirements in their RFQ. The result? Their damage rate plummeted to less than 0.4%. I mean, just think about the money they saved. That's a huge return. So in the end, a great RFQ does so much more than just stop bad things from happening. It actually lays the foundation for a transparent, accountable, and reliable partnership where both you and your supplier are totally clear on what success looks like from day one. So I'll just leave you with this one final question to think about. Go find your last RFQ. Take a really good look at it. Was it just asking for price, or was it demanding a partner? The answer to that question makes all the difference.